Welcome to mini lecture one for the Americas. And I'm going to introduce this one a little differently than perhaps you might see in the past. I'm going to ask the question, why do things change so much at the Rio Grande? And maybe they don't. Traditionally in books on world regional geography, the Americas are divided into Anglo-America and then Middle and South America. So that distinction occurs right at the Rio Grande River. What I want to ask is, why is that the case? Is it really a valid argument anymore? So let's take a look at something. In your textbook, this is how the world looks. North America is divided from Middle America. Europe is divided from Russia. North Africa and Southwest Asia are divided from Sub-Saharan Africa. South Asia is divided from East Asia. Australia and the Pacific are divided again. Those divisions may or may not make sense. What I want to do in this, the balance of the semester, is begin to challenge some of those ideas. So, for example, the traditional argument is that North America is distinct from the rest of the Americas because of its English-speaking dominance and its colonization history and its culture. Well, let's take this apart a little bit. If we look at language in the United States, this is kind of a very telling map. This is U.S. Census data, and what this suggests is the percent of language used in the home that is Spanish. Okay, so if you look at this, right here, you essentially have a 50% line that says that everything throughout the Southwest, all the way through Texas and in Oklahoma, are areas of significant population speaking Spanish. In fact, that's the dominant language in the house. So to say that Anglo-America is North America and Latin America is Spanish speaking might not quite work in the United States, certainly. You'll notice also the significant population in Florida. Now, if we look at Canada, it's an even more problematic statement. What you notice here is the percent of the Canadian population that is francophone, that is, that speaks French as its first language. Anything that is dark brown is primarily over 90%, actually half to 90% of the population is francophone speaking. Now we can flip it around and certainly say that in some of these francophone areas, there's up to 50% right on the edge that speak English, but clearly Canada is not exclusively English. The United States is not exclusively English. And in fact, if you went to Mexico or to much of Central America, English would be an easy language to communicate with. So language doesn't quite work. Perhaps there are economic reasons. Well, that's a problem too, because if we look at, contrary to some of the things that have been in the news lately, the United States, Canada, Mexico, and Central and South America are significantly integrated economically. In fact, as of January of this year, Mexico became the #1 trading partner with the United States. We are more integrated with Mexico's economy than any other economy in the world. So it doesn't really make sense to draw that line where we do. Maybe. Now, as we go forward through this module, we're going to look at several aspects of the Americas. I want to make a very important point. Please make sure you've done the reading. I will not cover all the content of the text, but that content is fair game for the exam. And I will point out some of the terms that you do need to know. So from this one, please note we have three concepts: Anglophone, Francophone, and Latinate-based countries. So in other words, much of South America is Portuguese or Spanish. Much of the mainland and Middle America is Spanish. Some of the Rimland, that is the Caribbean, is French-speaking, Dutch-speaking. And then, of course, Canada is both French and English-speaking, Francophone. Okay, that's it for Module 1. That's our introduction and our important question.